Hi friends, welcome once again to our YouTube channel Gene Bytes. In this week video we are going to see how to deploy the Fortinet firewall on Azure Public Cloud. To deploy Fortinet on the Azure Public Cloud, you need to select an empty resource group or you need to create a resource group because while deploying you need to make sure that there are no existing resources inside the resource group. So better to create a new resource group. In this case I have created a new resource group Gene Bytes Fortinet, location is to US and validation is paused. I am creating it. And now I'm going to the Azure marketplace. I'm searching the Fortinet next generation firewall single VM. We are going to deploy this using a ARM template. So I'm just clicking create. Okay, I have selected my subscription, the resource group which I created in the previous step. I'm going to deploy this in a Central Indian region and I have selected Central India. FortiGate instance name I have given Gene Bytes firewall and the firmware version 6.4.3 and I have given the administrator username as superadmin and the password. Okay, next we'll be configuring your virtual network, which one of the important step because the IP address you are going to allocate or the network you are going to allocate, it should not conflict with your local subnet, because tomorrow if you are planning for an IPsec deployment, just make it should not be in the same range. It will be difficult for you in the routing, so just make sure you are using a different subnet which is not used in any of your branch office or in your head office. Okay, for the demo purpose I have selected a network array 10.50.0.0/24. We are going to create another two subnets. One is public facing for subnet, this will be our WAN subnet, and another one called inside subnet, this will be your LAN subnet. Any resources which we are deploying going to be in the inside subnet. Okay, accidental networking I'm going to off because the resource I'm going to use is D instance types, which doesn't support accidental networking. But in real time case, if you are going to deploy F series, which is network optimized, you can use accidental networking in this case. And public IP address, I'm going to create a new public IP address. Since it's a demo, I'm just using a basic. Otherwise, you can use a standard, which will be reserved for your subscription or for your resource group. Okay. I'm validating the configurations. Configuration validation has been paused, so I'm just clicking create. Now the deployment is getting submitted and the resources are started to create. We can see the deployment status. We can see what is in progress. Now the virtual machine is getting deployed, is in under progress. It will take less than 5 minutes. Just grab some tea or coffee and relax. Now the deployment has been completed. I'm going to my resources. I need to note down my public IP address so that I can log into the firewall. Okay, and before moving to the public IP section, we need to see the routing tables. Routing table is one of the important configuration because it will show how your traffics are getting routed from the private subnet to public subnet. See, there are two routing tables getting created. One is for inside subnet and one is for the WAN subnet. Okay, I'm into the virtual machine console right now. I can see my public IP address. I'm copying it and pasting it in the browsing new browser. Okay, it's giving me a certificate warning. I'm logging in with earlier with the username which I created. Okay, I'm into the firewall right now. See, the firewall is deployed. It's as simple as that. It's asking me to upgrade firmware. I will do it later. Okay. Okay, in the network you can see the interfaces. There are two interfaces got created. One is port 1 physical interface and port 2 physical interface. The port 1 in our case will be our WAN interface. So I'm just for the identification I am giving a name WAN and trust. Similarly for port 2 I am giving the name LAN trust. Yeah, now we are going to create an policy to allow internet access to our virtual machines. I have given the name to internet, and the incoming interface should be your LAN interface. I have selected LAN trust port 2, and outgoing should be WAN. And I have created an entry for Linux test machine or Linux VM. And you can create in the real-time scenario you can create the address or subnet whatever you want. For the demo I have created in Linux VM. I am selecting that, and destination should be all internet, because I'm going to allow full internet access to this machine. Over the port the service HTTP and HTTPS, only the browsing I'm going to allow. Okay, done. NAT is enabled. I'm going to enable the security profile AV, web filter, whatever you want, you just enable it. Okay, I'm clicking OK. The policy has been created right now. Yeah, policy has been created. When now your VM can communicate to the internet through the HTTP and HTTPS service. And let's see the status dashboard. FortiGate support is not connected since I don't have support. Registered with my account. You can see the public IP and it belongs to India WAN IP, and the license I'm using is FortiGate Azure license. And Security Fabric is one of the very good new feature in firewalls. If you are having some cloud connector or Security Fabric setup, you can use it. In case of external connector also you can use to connect with your AWS or Azure, so dynamically the addresses will get updated. This is a very nice feature. And same like your on-premise data center, you can deploy an SSL VPN either or IPsec tunnel you can deploy, and you can use this firewall as similar to your on-premise box. That's it guys. If you like this video, please like and comment your feedback. Don't forget to share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.